Many people wonder how speedcubers actually practice. The truth is, if you're not practicing the right way, you're probably not going to get much faster. So in this video, I'll be showing you guys how a sub 9.5 speedcuber like me solves and practices, and the routine that helped me improve from averaging from mid to high 9 to consistently averaging in the low 9s or even high 8s. Before you start practicing, you need to figure out your weak points. So you can't really efficiently practice if you don't know what you need to improve. So the way you could find this out is by watching a video of you solving and find the biggest weaknesses while looking at it. So for me, my biggest weaknesses are planning my first pair during inspection, which I almost cannot do, improving my efficiency, and fixing some of my weaker algorithms. So once you've identified your weaknesses, make sure you write them down somewhere, for example, a Google Sheets, and make sure that they're like unchecked, and then later you can check them off once you've improved them. Now you have something to focus on while you're practicing, so let's get on with the first step. The first step of my routine is just to do some warm-up solves, and here I don't really care about the times I get. These are just some solves for me to get comfortable with and get into the flow of solving. These are very important for any event you do. Let's say you practice 3x3 or 2x2. You need to do many solves for your hands to get warmed up, and then you can start doing the actual practice. After that, my step 2 is to pick one of my weak areas and work on it with targeted drills. Okay, so first of all, for inspection, I like to do drills such as applying my first pair with an easy cross. After that, I even do blindfolded cross plus first pair, as this really helps me to just visualize as much as I can, and I can take as much time as I need until I reach under 15 seconds, as that's what used in inspection at competitions. So I will also list some more drills here, and I'll also link some videos down in the description down below where you can learn these drills. For the algorithms and TPS I mentioned earlier, I really like to do PLL time attacks, as it feels like a mini game and you can seriously just keep improving this. I don't really know what's my best set right now, but I want to try getting like 25s to 30s, as that's like my goal right now. I also do last slot, last layer practice, because this is really important, because you need to get in the flow of solving your last pair into the OLL and PLL, as this step and this transition is very important, and that's where I'm still a little bit struggling. You can also integrate using some sledgehammer solutions, which I will show you guys right now. Yeah, so in this case, you have 3 pieces already solved into this L shape. And if you just regularly do this insert, you're gonna get a line, which is not bad, but you can do way better, such as sledging in this case to get a completely solved case, which you can use the CLL after that and finish it up with the U-perm, which I did not execute correctly. I use this practice drill just so that it makes me improve my, fluidity for my solutions, as this just is really important. So yeah. So last but not least, if you want to like train your algorithms, what you can do is you can also just completely just time all of them and then track them all in a spreadsheet and trying to beat that time all the time. So what you can do is just find your specific goal of how fast you want to solve your OLLs and PLLs, and then see if all your PLLs and OLLs are below that. And for the really good cases, make sure you get them even lower. And I like to do this for my PLLs usually. For my OLLs, I just don't do it that much. But yeah. So my favorite ever drill in 3x3 is doing 2-gen. So Cubit has made a really good video on this, explaining this drill. But what you can do is basically you get a scramble, which you only solve with right and U moves. And yeah, basically these are really easy scrambles, but these will help you not to rotate and make you really accurate. Okay, now I'll be showing you guys 2 solves of 2-gen, and let's see how this can make you improve. Okay, so what I like to do here is just try to do all this stuff with least amount of moves possible. So I can do pseudo slots here, which I definitely try to do. So let's just do this here by doing an R2 by putting this here down. And now what I can do is put this in here. And now I have the pseudo slot ready. I can just do a D prime and then set up these 2. And then I can just insert like this. And then I can just do OLL into PLL. Alright, I'm just going to do another one right now. Over here, we can just see that, pseudo slot is going to be more difficult here. So I'm just going to be doing a regular solution by doing UR2. Then I can just set this up like this. and then I can just cancel into going to my next pair. Okay, and then here I can do a COLL into H-brim. Now, of course, you can also do this on the left side because you have to train both sides equally because you might also get lefty cases. So we'll be just doing one solve for left. Okay, so here we have a really easy example, but obviously we can just do a U2 L prime and then just do something like this where you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here. And then you have this pair solved. Now you can do a COLL into PLL. Okay, so now that I've talked about many drills that I like to do, finally I just finished the session with full solves, and this is where I try to apply everything I just practiced instead of doing just mindless solves. Many people say that you should just not do too many solves as this will just train bad habits, but what I'm doing is I'm doing many solves, however I'm trying to actively work on what I'm doing. So let's say you want to train your TPS, just try turning as fast as possible for that specific scramble, and try to just do that as fast as possible and try to implement what you've learned before. Alright, and that's pretty much how I practice cubing. So the biggest mistake I see people making is just doing hundreds of random solves and hoping that they'll magically just get faster. Solves are important, but they're even more valuable if you have a specific goal in mind and implement them while doing the solve. So if you take one thing away from this video, let it be this. Identify your weaknesses, train them with focused drills that I showed you guys earlier, and then apply what you've learned in your full solves. And now what you have to do is just repeat that process consistently and you'll improve much faster than if you just grind solves. If you've enjoyed this video or learned something new, just consider leaving a like. You don't have to subscribe, but it would really help. And you would also just get the latest uploads. And just comment down below what's your biggest weakness you're currently working on and how you can improve it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.